doline khateeb lady. We'll play all three here. Come on. Well, I'm not nice. Here's the thing, is that what did Missy Layla Johnson do? Well, first she put up a bunch of pictures of somebody who's not her. It's identity fraud. Me with for the Michelle Brannick profile, but I didn't make it with the intent of harassing or threatening people. I used it intentionally, created it with the intent of destroying my real Facebook, so that when I ended my life, people wouldn't go after Maddie Boa and Natalie Bollinger and Alicia Bollinger. The exact things that I was trying to protect them from, they fought hard to guarantee that I would have to endure those things. Now, who's this doline khateeb lady? Sure, she's not doing all of the same things that Layla Missy Johnson is doing, but you can hear that voice. How it's someone trying to sound like a little girl. And obviously, she does have an American accent, but it's the trying to take a grown woman and make her voice sound younger than it is that makes that accent. Now, this lady claims to be in the Middle East, and I've looked at her profile. She's got a bunch of people on there from the Middle East. I guess. I let her know if she was going to get in trouble for talking with me that I wasn't okay with it. She said she wouldn't get in trouble. Now, this typing thing, typeroo. She was going to call and listen. That's what I need, is for someone to call and listen. When you're asking those questions, it's a lot easier for me to fucking answer them if you shut up. And I need you to actually listen. And I need to be able to record it, because you know how much of a pain in the ass it is to take the audio recording part and the type part in a conversation and try to piece them together without a place to do it. What I'm asking you to do is call and listen to fucking understand. Layla Missy Johnson, her and Dan Faber and Aaron Cockerham and Carl Rogers played that same fucking head game with me. All right? Layla Johnson was not a real human being. That account was fake. The picture on it, just like doline khateeb's, is somebody else's. When she called up, the one time she fucking called, it was to use a falsetto voice, like these weirdo sites. You know, like the ones that caught Amanda Daniels' brother. What was he trying to do? A woman pretended to be a 9-year-old, and he was trying to get this woman to expose herself and show her parts on the internet. Yeah, he's in prison for that. What does a woman in America get when she has sex with an underage child? An average of 8 months. How long is Amanda's brother locked up for? 16 to 30. Between 16 and 30 years, because he tried to entice somebody who pretended to be a child into showing his goodies. But then again, this person was doing what? Targeting him. He's a very low functioning person. Would I want my 9-year-old around him? No, but I certainly wouldn't want my 9-year-old, 11-year-old, or 14-year-old, or even 17-year-old around a female teacher. Whether they be a boy or a girl. So this doline khateeb lady, I don't know who she is. She's trying to play on the cultural thing as an excuse why she can't talk to me. Now, there are people who, once they found out that I was on a Facebook ban, and they did go through and coordinate to do these things. Natalie's ex-stepmothers, who were pretending that they were going to help me, would only try calling or messaging me when they knew that I was on a Facebook ban, and then they would ignore me when I was off the Facebook ban. Then they would get back on and pretend that they cared while I was on the Facebook ban, and then, of course, when I'm off the Facebook ban, then magically they couldn't be reached. But they're friends. Actually speak up, not play retarded. This woman here is, first of all, a grown woman. Okay? No doubts about that. I typed to her today, if you are a child, don't get a hold of me. If you're doing something you're not supposed to, don't get a hold of me. When I say don't type at me, all right, a lot of you younger people are used to reading something and then you reinterpret it into whatever the fuck you want it to mean. See, here's the thing, is that it wasn't just the meth heads and junkies here wasting my time. It's also hundreds of people like doline khateeb wanted to, oh, I just want to help you. No, the fuck you don't. How would you help a man? How would you help a woman? You'd help them differently, wouldn't you? With a man, you talk to him like he's retarded. Like I need people to help to show that I didn't kill Natalie Bollinger. No, you're a fucking idiot. You know goddamn well that's not what I need help with. I'm not being harmed because Natalie was fucking killed. The harm that I'm enduring now started before Natalie was killed because she fucking lied. And people were physically assaulting me and threatening to kill me and my friends and family because she fucking lied, because she's a fucking junkie. Then I got to deal with a lot of other junkies on the internet who promise they'll help. People like Shannon Alvarado, who's a fucking junkie. Why? Because I don't have any real friends. Because everybody in America is on fucking drugs but me. If they're not drunk, they're on pharmaceuticals or on meth or heroin. Meanwhile, this doline khateeb lady, no matter how many times I explained to her, hey, you can have some fucking respect for me as a human being. When all you do is type at me and then take everything out of context and literally ignore everything that I say, and then you tell me you listened to it. No, the fuck you didn't. You're not making things better, you're making things worse. You're a fucking scammer. Just like Layla Johnson, a.k.a. Missy Johnson, a.k.a. Missy Doonan. You just make more profiles or change the name on your profile, and magically it's fine. Before, it was Layla Johnson claiming that her sister had all this control and that control and blah, blah, blah. Aaron Cockerham. Well, it turned out Aaron Cockerham wasn't her sister. They were playing head games. Trying to ship me off on other people. I don't need suggestions. I need you to shut the fuck up and listen so you know what the fuck is going on. You listen to one fucking part and you will go off like a fucking crackhead on that one part. Like if you magically push me in a bunch of places I've already had to go alone and ignore the fact that I'm explaining to you over and over again, you're making me do it alone. That's the problem, stupid. Obviously, this woman does not have any issues speaking the English language. Chances are pretty good that if she is in the Middle East, one or both of her parents are from the United States. She speaks perfect American English, minus the slight accent from trying to make it a falsetto voice. Meanwhile, what can I do about these people? You say to get off YouTube and Facebook. You know what? I'm not allowed. I am not allowed to turn this in without a friend or family member. No matter how much you try to push housing somewhere else like it's crack, you are not stopping to understand what resources I have, how much it costs, and how much it will cost to move and start over again. All because everybody involved in this are the same useless pieces of shit like Doline Khateeb. Like Layla Johnson. Now that I don't accept that shit because I got way too many people who got busted doing that shit. Now you got to try to get inventive. Oh, well, we could probably sneak our way in by pretending we're Arab. Meanwhile, if she's really in a place where she's not allowed to do that stuff, where it is culturally wrong, she shouldn't be doing it. She shouldn't be telling me it's okay. I'm not okay with being scammed. When you type at me that you're trying to help me, are you listening? Are you shutting up and listening? Or are you making suggestions and asking questions to things I'm trying to explain or have already explained repeatedly? When you claim that you listened, you didn't. You didn't hear a fucking word I said, obviously. Don't fucking scam me. If no matter what, you're just going to make excuses why you have to hide like a fucking cockroach. You are a cockroach. That is what you are to me. You are a cockroach. I'm willing to die for what I believe in. Matter of fact, it's obvious that I will have to die to have what I believe in. I believe that I should be allowed to show evidence. That I should be able to speak up when I am victimized without being grilled like I'm a perpetrator. When people claim that they're my friends and they're going to help me, it would be nice if these people had enough respect for me to listen to me and to communicate effectively, because obviously texting is not it. The only people who text are people who are trying to manipulate you. People who don't care what you're going through, don't care about you as a human being. If they did care, they would want to hear your voice. And they would want to do something to stop the abuse. It's obvious that doline khateeb is not capable of listening. Oh, I listen. No, you don't. You're not going to listen. And then you're going to claim that you don't understand. And then you're going to claim that you understand. How many times have you typed to me that you understand and that you don't understand? The simplest concepts are the ones that you're going to play retarded about. But you understand complex things. But you can't understand something so simple. You're allowed to talk to me as long as I'm not a bad man. And then, of course, you know enough about my situation to have it in your head that I need help showing that I didn't kill Natalie. No, I don't need fucking help doing that. The guy who fucking killed her is in prison, you fucking idiot. Why the fuck am I getting verbally abusive? Because I've explained that repeatedly, you fucking idiot. I've said it directly to you, doline khateeb. I have typed it to you. I have made little message things so that you can listen to them explaining that. And here, after all this time, you are still so mentally fucking retarded that you think treating me like I'm a fucking retard is acceptable. And then because you know that I actually check things so that I don't end up with another one of those Layla Johnsons, a.k.a. Missy Johnsons, a.k.a. Layla Dunans. Well, now it's a cultural thing. Well, guess what? Culturally here in the United States, it's worse. In the United States, the things that we complain that people are doing to women in the Middle East, in the United States, that would be a reprieve. There's a reason that I'm trying to get to the Netherlands. People want to throw a sandwich at me. You don't stop to understand what expenses I have. You want to throw a sandwich at me and pretend that everything is all better. Or you want to gaslight me for over a year and then you send me $50 and say, oh, well, I sent you money. Does that money make up for all of the time that I wasted because I had to believe somebody and you pretended to? Layla Dunan pretended to care too. Nobody helped me to turn her in. Not one person ever helped me to turn her in. Dozens of people were aware of her that were on my friends list. Hundreds of people from these Natalie Bollinger things. But how many of them bothered to let me know what was up? Aaron Cockerham pretended to be Layla Dunan's sister. Then later on, when she realized that she could go to prison for that, it was, oh, well, I didn't know. Yeah, you always don't know, huh? You didn't know. You just play stupid and pretend you didn't know. Oh, he never told me that. He never told me that. Oh, I understand. Oh, I don't understand. Well, maybe if you weren't so busy telling me you understood in the middle of me trying to explain something, you would understand. But you interrupted me in the middle of something very important because you talking is more important than listening. You listen with your mouth. You listen with your thumbs. No matter what I say or type, you're going to twist it into something that it ain't and then pretend like you're trying to help me? No, you're not. You want to type at me, oh, I'm in a different country. I don't give a shit what country you're in. You can help turn it in. It doesn't matter what country you are in. The fact that you're in a foreign fucking country shows that I told the truth and the police fucking lied. You are claiming to be in Bethlehem, in the Holy Land. You speak perfect English. You got a falsetto 12-year-old's voice. I don't know you from Adam. I don't have a phone number to get a hold of you, and you can't talk or speak or type to men. Well, then you shouldn't. Men here in the United States are literally murdered for doing that exact thing. For texting or typing to women. They lose their houses, their children. They lose their livelihoods. They lose their jobs. All a woman has to do is pretend like a man might do something to her, and his entire life is destroyed. If you're in the Middle East and you want to tell me those things, keep in mind I'm going to hold you to the same standards I hold myself to. If you break the law out of necessity for the preservation of human lives, I will sing your praises. If you gaslight somebody in a foreign country, like doline khateeb, if there are consequences for you for that, maybe you should have thought about that before committing those acts. If you committed those acts because you actually intend on caring, actually intend on helping, then maybe you should stop playing retarded and actually listen. If you're not allowed to type or call, then don't type or call me, or you are doing something wrong there, are you not? And I let you know if you're going to get in trouble or if you're doing something wrong, I don't want you to do it. And yet you persist. And you've given me two different versions of that. Which one am I to believe? Really? You're not listening to me, obviously. See, here's the thing, is that if I press one of those little voice things, I don't know if you heard it or not. From your actions, the things that you type, those are actions. The things that you tell me to do, those are actions. You chose to open your mouth and say those things, or you chose to type those things and press the send button. It's not like having a broken phone that does that on its own. Take the time to call and listen. She did call me once, where she was with a lady who she was claiming was her mom, and the lady kept on laughing about it. Oh, blah, 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 mom. Like, really, that's... Her mom's not going to take it seriously. I don't know if that woman's her mom. The language they were speaking, I don't understand. That's not me being hateful or angry over her not speaking the same language. It's the fact that this young woman wastes my time. She'll ask me a question and then she'll ignore me for 3 or 4 days. Or she'll wait until I'm on a Facebook ban, and it's blatant and obvious that I can't message her in Messenger. But what does she do? She calls over and over and over again. Now, at first, she didn't. She was typing at me, why am I not replying? Why am I not replying? Even though I had typed repeatedly on her timeline, publicly, for her to see. Then when she did see that, well, she finally started calling. I sent another message that it had to be public on her timeline, because when she could have helped the first week of this bullshit, what did she do? All of the things that push men to commit suicide. We're not worth your time, but you're going to pretend that we are going to be eventually. No, get the fuck off my timeline. If you're in Palestine and you're doing these things, you're doing wrong things. You are doing wrong things. You are lying to me about whether or not you'll get in trouble. And you're going out of your way to make your voice sound like one of those, well, like that 9-year-old that Amanda Demet's brother was trying to get to expose herself. You got the same falsetto voice as Layla Johnson had the one time she called. You show that you are who you say you are. You give me a way to contact you. And you help. Don't offer a promise to help somebody that you have no intention of helping. And don't do something that you're not allowed to do. I mean, obviously you're typing at me. Obviously you can send those little short messages at me. But you can't call and listen. Except when I can't answer the phone, I have to let you know that I can't answer it. And of course, it's Facebook Messenger. There's a reason I'm sending you evidence, and there's a reason I'm trying to get you to shut up and listen. You listen with your ears, not with your mouth, not with your typing thumbs. The other thing, it is dehumanizing to make somebody have a conversation like this. And this is not going to be a conversation. If you care, then you will listen and you will shut the fuck up while you do it. When I have to type at you over and over and over and over again to stop typing at me, and you cannot respect me enough to do that, yes, I will curse. And when you're going to go out of your way to play stupid, you're going to end up on the internet. I'm going to post it on your timeline. I'm going to post it on my timeline. Don't play fucking head games with me. You either shoot me straight or you shoot me dead. I have no place in my life for cowards. If you want to pretend like your life is at risk there for contacting me, for doing the things that you're doing, well, you're risking your life to gaslight me. If it's wrong either way, maybe you should call and listen. If you're going to risk your life, maybe you should call and listen and actually know what it is you're risking your life for. If you're in Palestine risking your life or your health or your safety to gaslight somebody, holy shit, you have a different kind of fucked up. You're literally breaking the law just because you want people in your country to hurt you. You claim that you listen to those things. You understand English perfectly well. You speak English perfectly well without an accent, except for the part that you're trying to sound younger than you are. If I'm wrong, you're going to have to prove it. Because all the evidence that I have so far shows that I'm right. All of the evidence so far shows that just like literally every other woman who wanted to get a hold of me and contact me about this and gaslight me, when I told them to go away, when I set boundaries, the first thing you do is immediately walk over them. Over and over and over and over again. No. No. You do not get to take advantage of my disabilities. You do not get to take advantage of people in Palestine or Israel or Bethlehem or Palestine, Texas. You do not get to take advantage of religious beliefs. After claiming it's one way and then now it's different, huh? Absolutely not. Don't scam me. Do not scam me. What's doline, khateeb nicely or likely to do in this situation? Change the name and change the profile picture. She's done that on the other occasions that I posted up too. Does me posting that up put her at risk? No. It puts her at less risk than I'm at with people all over the world listening to this shit. If she'd have paid any fucking attention, she'd have known that Joseph Michael Lopez is serving 48 years in prison for killing Natalie Bollinger. Yeah, but she didn't do that. And even though I explained it to her repeatedly, today she still wants to type that, oh, well, I thought you needed to show that you didn't kill her. Like, are you fucking insane? Maybe you should have listened. Listen with your ears, not with your mouth, not with your thumbs, not with your typing fingers. You listen with your ears. If you're not a lying POS, then prove it. Prove it. Prove that your name is Doline Khateeb. Prove that you actually care. Prove that you're listening. You haven't been able to prove that you're listening. You type that you listen to the videos, but then your suggestions show that you haven't. See, unlike you, my life is actually at risk. It's actually at risk because of these things. My loved ones' lives are at risk. Actually at risk because of these web sleuth channels, including the one that you were watching when you decided to get a hold of me and pretend to care. I'm tired of being victimized to the point that I want my life to be over and I want help getting to Amsterdam. You're never going to stop punishing us for being different or talking over us or playing head games. Maybe Doline Khateeb isn't another one of those Layla Johnsons or Kara Johnson Mileses. Maybe she's not one of those, but what she's showing me is that she is. She's showing me that she's a Michelle Yoko Stewart. Sorry, I was trying to remember her middle name. I remember her name through word association, and the only Yoko I know of is Yoko Ono. So, I didn't intentionally lie about her name. I made a mistake, but you understand the difference between making a mistake and being a liar. Also, there's many people who claim that I was a liar because I repeated the things that they told me. That makes me a repeater, not a liar. If you tell me that your brother raped you and I speak up about it, you're telling me that you can't help me because your brother raped you. Then I'm going to speak up. You can't help me because your brother raped you. All right, well, that's what I'm posting up. You're going to get angry with me and make claims like, oh, well, Sean, that's not true. You know, you're slandering my name. What do? I post up the recording of it. Here is your words where you said that you were unable to help me because your brother raped you. Came out of your face. Fuck you, Sean. Next thing I know, I got 3 or 4 more people that I don't know getting a hold of me and harassing me. How dare you say that to my friend? Fuck you. I don't believe you. You're not trying to understand. No matter what, you're just going to claim that you don't understand anyway. Or interrupt me in the middle of trying to explain something important to tell me you do understand. Well, you don't understand because you're interrupting me. When you claim that you do understand, you show that you don't understand. You show me that you don't understand and that you didn't listen by telling me what to do, what to think, what to feel, and expecting me to make special reparations for you. You're not making any for me, are you? See, that's the thing about having somebody's phone number. Got their phone number, you can call them, and it's easier to record it. I can call on this phone and still be able to record on this busted one. People don't want to be recorded and don't want to be put on YouTube. Well, maybe we should focus on the issue at hand. Me being abused. If you want to make it about you, that's your fault that it's on the internet. You wanted to talk about you and type about you and play stupid about you. If English isn't your first language, then why do you speak it so fluently and so beautifully? Just so you know, there's a man here in Tillamook, Oregon, from Palestine. And I can't hardly understand a word he's saying when he's speaking English. He's been here for a few years. Do I hate him because he speaks a different language? No. Do I hate him at all? No, I don't. I just don't understand what he's saying. But he has a very thick accent. This lady has no accent whatsoever. The slight accent that is in there is what it sounds like when a grown woman is trying to make herself sound younger, and that's just creepy to me. I don't want little kids getting a hold of me. I don't want grown women who are pretending to be little kids getting a hold of me. That's creepy. And if you're going to get in trouble for talking to me, then maybe you shouldn't talk to me. If you're going to claim that typing at me and reinterpreting everything that I say is help, you're absolutely wrong. People threatened to kill my little sister and my niece and a lot of other people. And although I sent you evidence of that, are you speaking up? No. You don't care if people kill my family. That doesn't make two shits to you. You don't care if I get killed waiting on you to finally fucking call and listen. That's the simplest thing that any of you could do, and you make it fucking impossible.